to Let's Talk with Tijuana. I am sitting here with Lacey Harris.
Hello.
And we're going to be discussing the real estate market and the shift that's taken place. It's definitely a conversion that's happening. So let's dive right in.
Yes.
What is actually causing this conversion?
I would definitely say it's the inflation of prices, the sales price of the home.
Yes.
And also the interest rates climbing back up.
Yeah, exactly. So months ago, the interest rates were as low as 2 and 3%.
Yeah.
And so now with the 30-year fix, they've gone up as high as 6.4. The 15-year is about 5.9, and an adjustable rate was about 6.2. Now, of course, these interest rates fluctuate every single day, and sometimes a couple times a day.
Right.
So when we last checked, that's what it was. So that's definitely causing a shift in this market.
Yes.
However, buyers are so scared about these interest rates shifting up because it does play a big part. It's a difference in your payment. But when you think about it, that 2 and 3% that we were all experiencing months ago was at an all-time low. Like that was just something that you really never heard of.
Exactly.
So the rates have actually just went back up to what they were
pre-COVID.
Yeah, that's right. So it's not too bad.
No.
You know, it is a difference. But one really shouldn't purchase, in my opinion, based off of the interest rates.
No.
Right?
No.
So what would you say about that?
I say that you should purchase based on if you can afford it. This is the time for you to buy or not.
Exactly. Because when you purchase, it's always a benefit anyway.
Exactly.
You know, it's a benefit in so many different ways because you're investing in yourself.
Exactly.
You have to pay no matter where you stay. You gotta pay to stay, right?
Exactly.
So why not invest that in yourself?
Exactly.
You know, because all you're doing, we know that these prices are going to continue to increase. At least we're hoping that it's going to continue to increase. And what that means is that your equity is going to continue to build, right? So you're investing in yourself. And then here's the other thing too. Say, for instance, you get into a home and because of inflation, or you might have lost an income or whatever have you, but you get into a home and you notice that you can no longer afford it, well, you still have options. Right? Yeah. You can sell it.
Airbnb it.
That's right.
Rent it out.
That's right. Yeah. So if you're renting, if you don't have that as a benefit, if you've never purchased a home, then you won't have that as a benefit,
exactly.
Right? Yeah. So how does this affect a seller? What can a seller expect now, knowing that there's been a shift and we know why the market has shifted? So what can the seller expect from buyers who are potentially wanting to purchase their home?
So one thing I definitely want to iterate is that it is still a seller's market. What that means again is that there are more buyers than there are sellers at this moment. So what that means is that sellers, when they list their homes, they're going to have a lot of competitions with buyers because again, there's so many buyers than there are listings. But what I will say in this market with this conversion, the shift that is changing due to the increase in interest prices is that buyers now are, making more informed, smart decisions when submitting their offers. It used to be that months ago, before the interest rates are now what they are today, houses were going under contract before they even hit the market.
Yes.
Buyers wasn't even trying to even look at the house. They were just going based off the pictures that they seen online and submitting these offers for like $30,000, $50,000 over the asking price. And then if the house didn't even appraise, they were paying the appraisal gap.
That's right.
So what I would say, what sellers will see now, even though it's still a seller's market, is that buyers are no longer wanting to waive as much contingency as they were before. They're not wanting to put as much over the asking price, $50,000 over the asking price as they did once before when the interest rates were 2 or 3%. So those are some of the things and steps that you want to add to some of that as well.
And the reason being is because it's not going to be as competitive. Because what's happening is because of what's going on in the market, it's causing the houses to sit on the market longer. So now the average days on market is about 34 days, and as Lacey was stating, that when prior to this shift, you can have a home in a coming soon status and have like 10 to 15 offers within 20 minutes of you hitting and making that property go in that coming soon status. Not even active, because coming soon basically means just that. The property is coming soon to become active. So there are no showings that can take place during that time. And people were fine with that. They were absolutely okay with that. All they knew is that the house was something that they were interested in. The price was right for them. They were even willing, like you said, to go well above the list price. But now that is definitely going to change because the interest rates are going up or have gone up, and the prices of these homes are continuing to go up. It's making the buyers who are in the market to purchase, they are pausing. It's like, okay, now I have to be a little bit more cautious as to what I'm doing and how I'm going to spend my money as it relates to purchasing a home. So it just makes everything kind of pause a little bit. And with that pause, that is what's causing these homes to sit on the market a little longer. And with the houses sitting on the market a little longer, it's less competition. Right? And so now, sellers, you are going to see that difference in people are going to be, submitting offers that are at list price and maybe even a little below list price. It's going to become a market that's a little bit more, a little bit more stable, a little bit more of what we're used to.
Exactly.
As Lacey indicated, buyers were waiving contingencies. They were waiving inspection contingencies. They didn't really care that the house was in certain conditions. As long as the house looked well enough, they were fine with, not having and requesting for different repairs to be made. That's going to change, right? Because there's less competition. The fact of people were offering $20,000 and $25,000 in due diligence. Remember that? I think that's going to shift as well. So the less competition, the less, offer that's going to be made on these particular homes. So sellers, be prepared. When we as agents present these offers, try to get out of your mind what had taken place months and months ago, because now it's shifted. It's going back to more of a normal, a more stabilized market.
And I want to add one more thing to that, too, Ms. Evans. And a reason why it was like that months ago, I think also too, buyers were just trying to take advantage of that low interest rate.
Absolutely.
So that's why they didn't care about waiving these contingencies, because they were just trying to hurry up and get in. But now that the interest rates are going back to what they were pre-COVID, they're just acting a little different. So again, it's still a good time to list your home, but it just kind of changed some of the behavior of how buyers are reacting to the market.
Right. And the other thing too is with those lower interest rates, buyers were able to afford more of a house. So you would have a $500,000 house that you could afford. Payment is real comfortable, at that 2%, where before that same buyer, prior to what had taken place, they couldn't afford that $500,000. They were down to like the 460s or so. So with those lower interest rates, the buyers were able to afford more. They had money to play with and such. So what's some other things that we can say that the seller might see a difference in?
So we talked about days on the market. They won't. They may not have to. Well, the buyers may not waive as much as the contingencies. We talked about offers, even showings. You might not get as many showings that you do a day for your homes as well.
You might have buyers now starting to ask for closing costs again.
Oh, yes.
You know, that just kind of went away. Buyers already knew, don't ask for no closing costs, you know, but now we might see that shift again where buyers are asking for help for closing costs. And guess what? They need it. They need it to offset what has transpired with these increasing interest rates. So just be on the lookout for that too, sellers. But again, this is still a phenomenal time to sell your home. If you're in the market, if you're thinking about capitalizing on the equity that you built up in your home, this is still an opportunity to make some money. And the money that you make from the home that you're currently in, you put that towards investing into real estate on the other end. You know, so it's definitely still a great time to sell your home.
So tying everything all together, what I would definitely say is buyers, although the interest rates are climbing back up, again, they are exactly what they were pre-COVID. So again, do not get scared. If you can afford to buy a home, if you are able to get pre-approved, if you have reserves saved, if you even have an investment to pull from, this is the time to go ahead and take advantage of this market. Definitely get with a specialist. You can even reach out to me, Tijuana Evans as well, and we can definitely refer you to some of our lenders that we work with, and they can even educate you. If you're not able to, you know, obtain a pre-approval right now, they can let you know how you are able to obtain it. Okay, and then also too, I would say for my sellers, again, this is still a seller's market. Although that buyers are just behaving a little differently, this is still a seller's market. And again, prices are going up. So if prices are going up, that does nothing but help you out, and you get more equity within your home, and again, be able to invest that money into your next real estate. So again, guys, it's still a perfect time to take advantage of real estate, and I would say that for both my buyers and my sellers.
Absolutely. And I definitely concur with Lacey, and it's not just because we are in the business. It's what it really is. I mean, you can Google it. You just listen to the news. You'll see that it's still a very good market. So Charlotte is definitely a place that people are relocating to every single day. Companies are relocating here. So again, the investment in property, in real estate here in the Charlotte and the surrounding areas, you will never go wrong. You just won't. So we are here before you, wanting to thank you once again and offering our assistance to you. Feel free to reach out to us via all of the social media sites. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube. Don't forget to comment, to share, to like our pages, and most importantly, reach out to us. We are here to assist you. Until we meet again, thank you so much and be blessed.
Bye.